Okay, let's get this over with. I've got a headache. Oh, okay. Good morning. Hello. It's not even morning. It's afternoon now. Welcome back. Today we're gonna be going over my March TBR, and I'm gonna tell you the last few things that I thought about the last few books I was finishing up in February. And yeah, I will say my reading speed's probably, or at least like how much I read, is probably gonna go down because I start school again tomorrow, Monday. So I won't have as much just free time to read my books. I'm gonna try, but I don't think we're gonna hit 10 books again this month. Anyways, I just wanted to say to everyone that's new here coming across my channel, hi, my name is Willow. I talk about books. I'm a mom, and that's about it. I'm pretty boring. So that's that. Grab you a little drinky drink. My drink today is a strawberry sunrise alani. I'm pretty sure that's why my head hurts, because I haven't had caffeine today. So let's crack it open. Not opened yet. That went everywhere. Okay. I have my caffeine. So let's just start it off with the last few books I read. So I'm gonna we'll see how this works out. My boyfriend might come home early. He isn't feeling good this morning. A lot of throwing up this morning. So, anyways, the last two books I read of February was Verity by Colleen Hoover and Love Theoretically by Hazelwood. They were both pretty fast reads. I think personally, Hazelwood was a fast read just because so listen, I literally devour everything she writes. I've read 2 other books of hers physically, and then the other ones I've read have been audiobook, but something about them, something about the way she writes, there's like crack in here or something, because I become addicted and obsessed, and I just absolutely devour everything she writes. I wouldn't say necessarily enemies to lovers, more like feuding work people. But the way she writes that he falls first and harder, I'm like, ah! Oh my god. So, it's 5 stars. 5 stars. I've only given her a 4-star rating before, and that was on Mate. It was good. Still very good. Loved it. But it didn't really hold up the same way that Ride did. So if you like He Falls First and Harder, and like, she people pleaser. You just gotta read it. You know, it's so good. I'm not gonna keep going on about this, but if you haven't read it, read it. Really recommend. So there's that. Verity by Colleen Hoover. My first Colleen Hoover book to have been read. Honestly, wasn't that bad. I give it 4 stars. These people are like fucked up. Pardon my language, but they're genuinely loco in la cabeza. It's like the way I still don't really know what the truth is, but it was like a whoa, is that real? Is any of this real? I don't know. I don't. And I don't think I trust anyone of what else is going in anyone else's household ever again. Because, what the fuck? Like, I hope some of the stuff that she wrote in here wasn't using the same logic that she had put. Because it's 2 writers, essentially. And one of them, it gets, like, something happens, and so she has to take on another writer to finish her series. Well, slowly, the ghostwriter starts becoming enamored with the original writer's husband. And she finds, like, manuscripts for her autobiography. And it's like, I don't know. I was then informed that there's, like, bonus chapters that my book did not have. Like, my copy does not have the bonus chapters. So I had a lovely friend send me a, like, Reddit link of, oh god, did y'all ever just sleep wrong and then, like, it just messes with your entire day? I think that's what happened. Anyways, she sent me those, and that did not help me further evaluate what the dynamic here is at the end. Because it's just like I don't know. It wasn't bad writing. The plot itself wasn't bad. It just wasn't enough to be like solid 5 stars, 100%. But I would give it a solid 4. So that's my thoughts on the last few books I read in February, and then we can get into my March TBR. I'm gonna do a note card. I had to go back through and like scribble some things out because I started making this in like January, just kind of like play out where I was gonna read the Goodreads challenge thing. So I had to scribble some stuff out because I needed to squeeze in either different challenge stuff that was then added in February, or I ended up reading a book in February. So I had to like, anyways. So first up for March, I plan on reading Circe by Madeline Miller. I think this might be my aunt's copy. I don't remember. I think it is. She probably gave it to me. I want to say she gave me this. She made me borrow it. I took it to read it, and then I never read it. I'm going to read it now. So, as far as I'm aware, it's like a retelling. Hang on. like the retelling of the Odyssey. I've read the Odyssey several times, not by choice. Like I said in a prior video, I was a theater major, so we went over the play in one of my classes, but also in AP English back in high school. We read the Odyssey as well, just because notorious tragedy, Greek tragedy play. So I plan on reading this. I believe it's part of one of the Goodreads challenges. Yes. But, oh, that's what happened. Yeah, so it kind of like messed up a whole bunch of stuff. Anyways, I was intending to read this for the Lasting Reads challenge on Goodreads, but whenever I read If We Were Villains, that marked that off. But I think this falls somewhere else under a different category on those. So we'll see. But either way, I need to read this so I can get this back. It's okay, y'all. I'll make sure that's right. I can't wait to upgrade to a camera because my phone keeps filling up with storage. And I'm not paying Apple to hold stuff on my phone. I'm not. I should, but I won't. You should just give me more storage instead of taking up a bunch of it just to run the basic things on my phone. That's on you. Anyways. Sidetracked. Cleared up Tim's room. It's been like 5 years since she gave me the book. So I really need to read it so I can give it back. Second up, we have Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli. I think that's what her name's pronounced. It's part of the Crimson Moth series. I don't remember how I came across this book, but it's been on my shelf for about a year. I think it was on sale on Amazon, and I was like, ooh, that's all over TikTok. Then come to find out, my friend Sarah recommended it for my grandma, saying that it would be good because it's kind of YA fantasy, I believe. So let's see. Enemies to lovers doesn't get more speaks than a witch and a witch hunter. Falling in love with best-selling author Kristen Ciccarelli's latest romantic fantasy. On the night Bryn's life changed forever, blood ran in the streets. Now in the aftermath of a devastating revolution, witches have been diminished from powerful rulers to outcasts ruthlessly hunted due to their waning magic. Getting loads of decadence is official. What is this? Okay. Enemies to lovers, fantasy, witch hunter. I'm sold. I felt like at somewhere was stored back in the back of my head, so I knew of it, but I couldn't recall off the top of my head just looking at the book. But that's on there. I think this one is for, yeah. It's for the Goodreads challenge Tail Spinner. So hopefully I like it. Because one, I really like this cover. It's really pretty. Really pretty. But also I've read okay things about the follow-up books. Kind of mixed crowd. But I definitely do like a good series, and I have already started so many, so let's just add to the pile. Right? So, there's that. I was supposed to read Mistborn this month, but boyfriend said, you gotta read Mistborn now. So, I read it at the beginning of February, and 2 stars. We've already gone over that. I'm not gonna break into that can of worms again. So since I read that then, I replaced it with Red Clay. I don't own that. It's going to be a library Kindle borrow for me to read. I'm replacing it to Red Clay for the Black Heritage section of the Goodreads challenge. It sounded interesting, but also my library had very limited options for Black History Month books, as far as ebooks, even physical ones. I was like, wow, what am I gonna do? So I thought that was interesting. I don't really remember anything about the synopsis. I just kind of was looking for what's available so that I can complete the challenge. It has to be good. It's on the thing for the Goodreads challenge. So we will see. Next, I have Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I actually also bought this one around that same time I bought the Heartless Hunter. It's just been sitting there on a shelf, and it's part of the Crowns of Nyaxia. I don't know. It's part of a series. I think it's 3 books, might be 4. But ooh, we're allies, he said firmly. You need to let me get close to you. My heart beat faster, faster, faster. My throat was thick, my skin slick. No, I said as calmly as I could imagine. I don't. The realization shifted in his face. You are afraid of me. No, I wasn't, I told myself. Fear didn't exist. Fear is just a collection of physical responses. Those vampires, I like it. Yeah, this is another book I didn't know anything about. I just saw it everywhere, and I was like, oh, it's everywhere. So why shouldn't I just get it? It's on sale. So I did. I like that it's hardcover. I don't know if I've gone over this. Hardcovers, I don't mind a good paperback. But hardcovers, yeah, I love me a good hardcover. Oh my god, I have never opened it. What the fuck? So, like, the end pages, nothing too special. Let me make sure there's not a map, because I'm also a sucker for there's a map. There's a map, guys. But I haven't actually looked at the cover. It's so oh, she's pretty. She's stunning. Okay. I love her. I love her. I'm happy she's on my shelf. I'm sorry I didn't read you and appreciate you sooner. You're by far one of the prettiest reads I probably have this month. We will see. These are all the books I actually physically own. I only own 3 of the books this month. Be on the safe side to make sure there's not a map in this one. I don't think there is. Oh my god, there's a map in here too. It's a little one. It's a little baby map. A little baby map. Sorry, I'm looking at Heartless Hunter too, just to be like, are you gorgeous as well? You're pretty basic. Pretty basic. Even the end page is just white. But there's just a cute little map. That's fine. I still love you for being a hardcover. But honestly, if all of my books could be hardcover, I would die and never come up for air. Period. So, anyways, Serpent and the Wings of Night. What is that? That one is actually not part of a challenge. I don't see it on here. So, I just wanted to read it, I guess. So, anyways, The Foxglove King, Hannah Whitten. That one would be a library borrow, a physical copy version. I saw my library has it in physical version, so. But it's not my library. It's like a different branch from my library, so I'd have to request an interlibrary loan. So I can just do that. Or I can go to the library it's technically at, but it's kind of far. I don't know if I want to do that. Anyways. I kind of honestly just was like, give me some good books to read. I don't care if they're on my shelf or not. I'm trying to like spread my wings. But I did make note of the genres of all of these books, so I can kind of go off of that. Okay, so back to the Red Clay. That's a historical fiction. I believe it's about slaves. I think, if I remember correctly. Now that I see it's a historical fiction, pretty sure it's about slaves or like slavery. And then Foxglove King, another romantasy. And I also have on here The Silent Patient. The Silent Patient, I'm going to listen on Spotify. So that one might take me a minute because I used 4 of my 12 hours to finish The Inmate. So I'll listen to as much as I can, and then I have to wait to re-up. Or I can re-up and then just have that stuff carry over. We'll see. I don't know. Think about it. Depends on how good it is. If it's really good, I'll re-up. I'll pay the extra $10 for you. Sorry. Then I also have Taurus season. Oh my god, I totally forgot I had Taurus season on here. Hang on. I do own Taurus season. I do. I bought it. Can y'all hear that? I don't know if y'all can hear that. There's like, I don't know if I can. But let me grab Taurus season real quick. Okay. Sorry, I'm also cold as I'm recording, so yeah. I have a blanket. My blanket. Anyways, Taurus season is on this list. I forgot I put it on here to swap around some things. I think it was supposed to be One Dark Window, but I realized I had this, and that would probably equate, kind of. But I know I also needed to read this. I've had this since release. It's the Barnes & Noble version. So it has the spread edges. I think that'd probably be a better way for me to show you. I don't have good lighting towards you. But it's got the cute little map on the end pages and the little hand. I think I only read one Brynn Weaver book. I think I only read what was it? Butcher and Blackbird. I read that. I liked that. That was funny. But also kind of hot, I guess. So I'm pretty sure it's like something similar for this one. It's part of the Seasons of Carnage series. I need to finish the Ruinous Love trilogy, honestly. But he apparently, they're both serial killers. He's trying to get her thinking she's bad, but she's not bad, is what I saw someone on TikTok. But, yeah. This is my copy. She's a little bumped up on the corners. But I love her. She's pretty. She's been sitting up there waiting patiently. So I decided now's the time. So there's her. I'm building a small stack next to me. Okay, let's see. Anyways, where else were we at? Oh. Okay. So if I can, keep in mind, I do have school starting back up, so I'm probably not going to get through all 10 of these. But there's Dead Silence by S.A. Barnes. I don't own that. But it is a sci-fi horror book, and that is all I wrote. And it will be a physical library copy that I will be borrowing. It's like kind of overcasty, so I think that's not helping my lighting because I don't have any like interior lights. I got LEDs, but I don't think that's really going to do much right now. Anyways, we're just going to deal with it. After that, we have The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Haig. It's a contemporary fantasy, speculative, philosophical fiction. It's one of those that's like multiple things. Oh my god. Did y'all see that? That's huge. I don't know what to do. Because I'm not going to get it. Anyways. Try to hurry this up. That's going to be another Kindle library borrow. And then The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Shit is... Where are you at? A mythological fantasy, historical fiction, LGBT romance. Interesting. Didn't know it was LGBT. Honestly, I did, but I forgot. And that one will be a library audiobook borrow. So I should be clearing out a good chunk of my Goodreads challenges this month because I finished that. There's one more that I think got listed today. that I haven't looked into. I'm going to pause you real quick so I can look into that real quick. Okay, so it is, this new challenge is herstory, because it's also Women's History Month. So, I just saw the first one, and I thought that might be interesting. I didn't really read much into it before I looked it up in my library system to see if they had it, and they do. So I'm thinking I'm going to read Sisters in Science by Olivia Campbell. I've essentially read on my library system thing saying that it's based in like the 1930s, around the like oh no, okay, so it's after like the Nazis started taking over Germany, and a group of women, four of them, they fled Germany. One went to Sweden, the others went to the US, and they revolutionized science, essentially. So I was like, okay, that's kind of up my alley. I do like a good World War II historical read. Okay, so we're going to be reading Sisters in Science to kind of get that underway. I like science, so I think in general, I wanted to do like a come with me to the library to get the reads that I need, but I don't think that's gonna work. But also, it might work out in my favor as far as like all these audio books, because I like to listen to audiobooks while I do my homework. So there's that. We will see how many books I read this month. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be very much, but because I might end up swapping out the Serpent and Wings of Night for this sister one, so that way I can kind of make some room, because not all of these are necessarily part of the challenge of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, we'll see how many I get through. Hopefully I can get through all 10, because that's an impressive feat, but I'm going to say I'm not going to get through very many. We will see. Thanks for hanging out with me, hearing what I'm going to be reading for the month. Expect some interesting ideas to be coming up soon. If you want to see a more detailed review of all the books I read in February, feel free to check out my Fable account or my Goodreads account. That's where I post my full reviews, but I'm going to try posting more reviews on Instagram or TikTok, and all of those links are going to be in my bio on my channel. And give me a like if you have read any of these books or want to read any of these books. Drop a comment down below so that I can know which ones you've read or haven't read. You know, make it fun, make it interesting. And then what else was I gonna say? Oh, subscribe. Subscribe so that way you can stick around on this reading journey, and hit the bell notifications so that way you are never not in the loop of any time I post. And also feel free to follow me on like any of those other things: TikTok, Instagram, Fable, Goodreads, all of that. Also a good reason for you to follow, because sometimes I post different stuff on there that isn't on here, and you can see a little bit more into my life via Instagram. I'm still learning the TikTok thing. Not learning it, I'm terrible at posting short form videos, because I like to blah 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 blah. I'm gonna leave it at that. I will see y'all later this week, and we will talk more then. Okay, bye.